Have music to Okay. Hello. Welcome to our movie club. We continue with the series Wednesday. And for today, we have episode number 3. It's a pretty recent series. I will practice it every class. I have to remember this. So I have very low expectations, low resolutions, but I will practice them again and again. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because we have we have talking points here. Yes, and on my screen you can see Troy, so it's because I'm looking where to go on this weekend. Okay, Wednesday, episode 3. Okay, first let's start with this cast. Do we have anyone new? Whoa, tell us, please.
Ajax, Xavier.
Let me ask about Ajax, right? Is it a common name, teacher? Have you heard this name, Ajax?
No, it's not. It's not common.
Yeah,
No,
never
not
heard.
common. No.
Sergey?
Yeah, Ajax, it's a Netherlands hero, and in Netherlands we know the famous football club Ajax, and Ajax, it's
Yeah.
he looked like a legionnaire in Rome Empire with
Ajax, okay.
helmet. So it was very famous hero in Europe.
Okay. So some mythology here, right? So you pronounce it like Ajax, right?
Yes, I think
Okay,
yes.
Ajax, okay. Xavier, Tyler, do you remember Tyler? Okay. Sheriff, Sheriff, Merlin.
Merlin, it was science teacher.
Dormitory mom. And Mayor Welker, probably this one is you, right? Mayor. No?
I think
Mayor of the town. Jericho.
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 Okay, good. Okay, so we know everyone. Let's start with our talking points then. So Leila, before you asked why I asked you first, because you joined us and you are the first in my list. So that's the answer. So could you please remind us the circumstances?
Situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the environment. Okay. She is in the library, the secret library, and she was held captive by some people. At first, we didn't know who they are because they had masks. And this secret library is behind Edgar Allan Poe's statue. And she was tied up in a chair, tied up to a chair, and you can see her face. And there are some figures, as I told you before, we can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the leader, it's clear that was one who started talking very, such a very bossy way. And it was Bianca. Wednesday thought that it was Bianca. She knew that it was Bianca. And then everybody took off their masks, and as teacher Lee said, hoods. They were wearing hoods, their hoods. And these are the students at Nevermore Academy. And this is a kind of social club. And
I would call it a secret society or something like this, right? So they
right. Yes.
Do you think a club? Is a club a normal word to say for this site, such a clique? Students, is it club okay?
Nah, club is more everyday recreational. A secret society is probably what we would call this, because it's more sinister, more evil.
Sergey, please.
Yeah, this club looked like a usual student club, Gamma, Beta, Delta, but for me, it's like a stupid club. So yes, we have the rules. Okay, I don't want
Yeah.
to join it. Why? Why do you want? Because you're a
Exactly.
stupid group.
Oh, you want to join? You got to jump off of a cliff and survive, and then we'll let you join. Oh, okay. You know, yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Only one thing, Leila, I saw that, so they did not have masks, as far as I remember. They were hooded.
Ah, yeah, hoods.
Yeah?
Right.
Hoods, and I like it, this word. I never seen this like a word like Sergey did just now. So it's a
But
hood.
Wednesday, no. You could see her face.
Yeah, Ivan, you know the KKK.
Yeah, yeah,
They wear white pointy hoods over their heads, right?
yeah.
It's a hood. A hood is just a cover over your head. Criminals
know-
today use a ski mask, but in the old days they used hoods.
But I think
Okay.
now it's going to be hoods again. You know, some countries they have a lot of like security systems now, cameras, and masks are illegal now. So you cannot wear mask. You know, some countries. You know, so the hood is good old, but good.
This is not a
old
mask. This is a hood. I like it.
hood. Yeah.
And that's why the black people always wear the hoodie. We call it the hoodie because it's kind of like a hood, but it
Yeah.
doesn't hide your face, except from a camera. So anytime a guy comes into a store wearing a hoodie, you know it's a black guy going to rob the store.
Well, I'm going to have another strike on YouTube, I guess.
We fear hoodies in the U.S. It's a bad omen.
At first one, I thought they were going to torture Wednesday or something like that. But afterwards, when I saw Taylor among them, I said, okay, this is a good group because I like Taylor.
But Leila, can you agree with me that if someone kidnapping you, right, and tied you up, and you should expect something else, but not, not like, do you want to join our club? So it's kind of-
Not Tyler. Yes, teacher, it's Torp, right? It's
Yeah,
Xavier.
Xavier. Yeah, the art
Sure.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Torp. But it was at school. So I thought, I
so
don't
it's a
know.
game, right? It's a game.
Well, someone murdered Rowan, and he used to be in that group. So maybe they do kill people that find out their secret. You know.
You
and-
mean Rowan, teacher Lee?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was in that group.
But he was dismissed from the group, right?
Correct, but he was later murdered.
Oh, I know, I know.
So was that to hide their secrets because he left the group? You know, we don't know what this group is capable of yet. Yeah.
Anyway, Wednesday didn't join them.
Yeah.
Okay,
she
let's go.
wasn't afraid. Yeah.
Let's go further. So we understand what the people are on here, right? But what about the past? 30 years in the past. Jacques, could you please answer this number?
What
two?
could happen?
Now, question number 2, but second part. So what happened in the past?
It looks like a normie kid died 30 years ago.
Yeah. Do we know why?
We don't know yet.
Not yet.
I know why because I watch all the TV series. So, but
Oh, they explain it later. Okay, good.
yes,
Okay. Jacques, could you please cover the next one, number 3?
does Principal Weems know about this group of people? Yes, she knows, and she accepts that only if they don't do nothing that create waves, that that they don't make noise about the group, nothing, no trouble, and no, they can do that. It's like a game. If they take part of this group, the secret society, like a game, is not a problem for her.
Yeah. But do you think it's a good strategy to hide such activity?
I think CCC is nothing important. The secret society is like kids playing, playing part of a group, but they don't do anything special. They don't do pranks to the others. They only have these secret meetings, and I don't know we don't know what they actually especially do, you know, if they do some special activities. They don't talk about that in this episode. And
yeah, if they just meet in secret and, you know, chant and pray and, you know, do devil worship, as long as they don't do it outside their room, who cares, you know?
yeah.
Okay. So there's no harm, right? No. How we usually, if we have some people on their duty, right, and they don't do their job well, how we call this? It's
Incompetent, negligent.
negligence. Yeah, negligence. So there is no negligence from principal side, right? So it's just children playing. Nothing more than this.
Yeah, as long as they
Okay.
don't make trouble, she lets them, you know, play their games.
Okay. Okay, number 4, Vova. So how, please, here's this number 4.
Number 4. How does Wednesday escape from her situation? Bianca said, untie her, and Wednesday said, I untied 5 minutes.
Ago, right?
Yeah,
Okay. How?
I don't know.
We don't know. Maybe they just did their job in not a good way, right? Or not a
They
good
were
time.
incompetent.
Yeah. Okay. And what happened?
And then some mermaid wanted to stop her, but Wednesday said, do you want, like, I don't know how to call it, another, he had
Bruce, how we call it?
Oh, black
a
eye. Black eye. We call it a
Black
black eye.
do you want another black eye?
Was it a menace? So she was scaring him away. Right? Okay. So she's dominant, right? She's a lady, you know, you should not mess up with, right? So just stay away from her way.
Don't mess with me. Yeah.
Usually, I just noticed that you wrote all the questions in present tense, right? So how does Wednesday escape from her situation? Deliberately? Does it mean something?
No, usually in storytelling mode, you can use present tense or past tense.
Right.
I try to use present tense in my stories. Present tense gives you a feeling that you're with them at this moment and the future is unknown.
Okay.
If I'm telling it in past tense, you know that we all know what has already happened, you know, so present tense is just more suspenseful.
Well, do you understand the difference? So how would you put this number 4 into past tense?
How Wednesday is
Try again.
How
How did Wednesday escape?
how did Wednesday escape from her situation?
Yeah, I know. I caught you off guard. Right? So the simple question, you were just not ready. Okay.
Sometimes you'll catch me accidentally using the past tense because normally we use past tense.
Yeah,
But-
I think that I got used to the past tense most of the time. That's why I kind of paid attention to this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to number 5. Sergey, can you help us with this?
What is the purpose of Outrage Day? In my opinion, the main purpose to show that Nevermore is a good place for children. Nevermore doesn't want to fight with citizen of Jericho, and this day they show the collaboration with Jericho citizen, and they helped. They volunteered in this city, in other places, in cafe, in a museum, in taxidermist shop, and this during this day, usual people started to communicate with Nevermore, and they understand that Nevermore children are okay and citizens are okay, and they shake hands each other, and then
So can we say that it's to break the wall, to break the ice between, you know, this Nevermore society and outside society, right? We are not evil. Don't be afraid of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But Sergey, Leila, could you please help us to pronounce this word? Purpose?
What's that?
Yeah.
Purpose.
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 Purpose, yeah. I think I heard it different from Sergey's version. Purpose.
Yeah. It's like the word purple. Purple, purpose.
Purpose. So what is the purpose? Okay. Vasant, could you please cover number 6?
Yeah. What activities must the student engage in outreach day? Yeah, they have to do, say that, henchman activities, something like that, to serve the tourists, and they have to be,
Bakery. Basant.
yeah, bakery, yeah, they are like a server or waitress, to make them,
I have never seen such an event in real life, you know, when people selling something, never participated.
We have in America in school, in our high school and middle school, maybe, we have what's called career day. And in career day, the parent takes their child to work with them, and the child watches what their parents do at work. So it's kind of the same idea, but yeah, the actual working yourself at a job, we don't normally do that in America, except for some professions. In medicine, you know, in medicine, medical students will do an internship. That means while they're learning, they will also work in a hospital part-time to get job experience while they're learning. So, but that's a little bit different. That's job and education related.
Sergey, did you ever have career day in your school?
yes, but we call this day of open doors. And
so when you go to some industry, right, some kind of factory.
Yeah, some plants, some universities, some colleges invited scholarships to their places, and they showed some books, some representation. They invited famous alumni for explaining about something of this place. But yeah, we have the similar thing.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I remember this from my time as well. Usually, you know, once a week they get all the students and drive them to some kind of real job. So it's not like only your father, but all the students, or to the hospital, or to some industry. And sometimes they make the student to make something useful, you know, to do this and that, and you get an idea. So what is about?
Yeah, we would call that a field trip. They'll take a group of students out into the real world and show them something, how candy is made, or how chocolate is made, or something like a hospital, you know, what people do, or we probably have that too. I don't know how much, you know, I never had a field trip. I was in a poor town.
Practice always helps, teacher, you know, even in teaching, we have just new inexperienced teachers. We observe them 5 times, and we usually write what they are good at and what they are bad at, and then we have discussions, and afterwards they start teaching.
Another activity we had on not quite career, it's the career day, but opposite. I volunteered to go to a school, to a class, and tell them what kind of work I did. So I
Yeah.
described my career to them, and they could ask questions, like, I want to be a policeman, or I want to be a nuclear engineer like
Yeah.
you. What do I have to do?
Yeah.
Do you like the job? And I told them I worked in a cubicle. You know what a cubicle is? A little small office cubicle, a square. I told them I worked in a cubicle among hundreds of cubicles, which we call a cubicle city. And one kid raised his hand and said, I don't want to work in the cubicle city. I said,
But
son, I don't either.
It is wonderful for the children, Next month, I think I'm going to ask Ivan to join my class for 10 minutes.
But it will be, a bad experience for your students, I guess.
No. Come on.
You
Don't find excuses.
You don't need people who tell the truth, You need people who will motivate them, Because if
You
you
are
ask
going
me,
to motivate them.
if you ask me today, should people go to computer science or something, I would say stay away, stay away, please, don't go there. Okay, so Leila, let's talk money. Right? Number 7.
Okay. Number 7. What is the fiducial money related? Fiducial, right? Money related relationship between Jericho. First of all, Nevermore students contributed a lot to Jericho by making them earn a lot of money. Because they attract attention, and the principal gave a lot of money to the mayor, right? And what else? I think it's a kind of mutual thing, because principal wants the students to get involved with the society outside. And the mayor needs money, so it's a kind of trade for me.
Yeah, but I think you're missing the point, though. The students themselves don't give any money to the town.
No, they
The
do
school-
volunteer jobs.
Yeah, but that's just one day a year. The school operates in the town's city limits. The
Yes.
school is on the town's property, and all businesses that work inside of a city have to pay taxes to the city on their income.
Yes.
So the school charges tuition for their students. And this school is unique, and these kids are unique. So their parents pay a lot of money in tuition to that school to take care of their particular kids. So the kids' families are all wealthy.
Okay.
So the school gets a lot of income from tuition. So the school has to pay tax on that income to Jericho because they operate inside of Jericho's property. So they pay
it's not a
taxes.
It's not a kind of donation then, right?
No, it's taxes required by law.
Okay. Also, Jericho benefits from the Nevermore Academy students' talents, right?
No, they don't like the students. Remember, they don't want the students to come to town. Remember the three pilgrim boys were bullying the students?
Yeah.
No, it's purely tax. The school pays a lot of money to the town in taxes, and that's more money than the town gets from any other source. So they depend on that tax money from the school's existence and day-to-day operations. Yeah.
Gerard, please.
Furthermore, Principal Weems supported the campaign of the mayor to be elected. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Now that's more like bribe money. Yeah.
So the mayor is very motivated.
Yeah, that benefits the mayor, but not the town.
Speaking about this question, about this fiducial, fiducial relationship. I think about Turkey, for example, and in Turkey, from my perspective, cities are very diverse in their economics. So there is no one kind of plant or industry or something that, is forming the city, like Nevermore forming this Jericho. But let's say in Russia, it's very, very a common pattern. So we have like one plant or one, station or one university, and it creates a town because it gives jobs, taxes, and everything. And if anything bad happens to this, company, people of the city, they are unhappy. They have nothing to do, literally. They have no money. They have to move somewhere. And believe me, Russian people don't like to move. So they they start to cry. They start
You're
to
a very good example, Ivan.
Yeah. We have that in the United States. We have small towns that where there's a coal mine, a coal factory, and most of the people work at coal jobs. And their fathers worked in the coal mine, and their fathers' fathers worked in the coal mine. And the whole town depends on the coal mine giving jobs to the people in that town. And then Biden comes along and says, we're shutting down all coal mines. Well, that's just destroyed that entire town's economy.
Yeah.
So people, we still have that in the US. Hershey, Pennsylvania was named after Hershey chocolate, because most of the people in that small town worked at the chocolate making factory.
It is famous.
Yeah.
But
We still have that in America. Automobiles.
Yeah. So from my point of view, this Jericho city in total, it's kind of depends on this Nevermore Academy, right? Because it's probably they make bakery for the kind of canteen or something. So a lot of jobs, right?
And the kids do have rich parents. So the kids may come to town and spend money. So they get, they get people spending money at the businesses from kids with rich parents. So that they benefit that way too.
Yeah. So we understand why it's important for the city, right? So it's a kind of bonding relationship.
So the mayor, even though he may hate the school, he has to pretend to love the school. Yes, ma'am. Yes, principal. We'd love to have you here.
Yeah, it's like let's say in some places in Turkey. So we hate tourists, but we allow them to spend money there.
Yeah. Everyone hates Americans, but they love our money. Yeah.
Sergey, please.
In my opinion, if we would ask some citizen of Jericho, without cameras, without journalists, do you like Nevermore? Do you want to live with Nevermore? They answered me, not. I hate them. But on the other hand, they can't to announce at this position because we live together, we respect each other, but they hate Nevermore hates citizen, but they have a symbiosis. That's why the mayor worked with the principals. Principals paid money for silent, and the main goal of principal, please, citizen, don't touch us, don't see us, don't go to us. We live alone. We have unique school, we have unique alumni, we have unique students. Please don't touch us. It's the main goal. It's my opinion.
Yeah, we understand this. Yeah, when Trump tried to move some, industry from China to America, it would destroy, some province of China because they will have no job anymore if it moved to US. But it did not happen, as far as I understand.
But the principal's job is to take these weird, strange, outcast kids and integrate them into normal society so they can live normal lives. So the parents send their kids to the school so they can learn to be normal, or learn to at least mix with normal people, to have normal lives and not be persecuted as monsters. So it's Weems's job to make society accept these students. So her job is to make them interface with the town and learn to be normal so they won't be persecuted and attacked. So she's got, it's her job to integrate them into the town. She wants them to go to town and meet people and show the town that they can be normal kids, so she's got it.
She said to the students, don't cause trouble and be kind. I
Right.
think she wanted to get rid of that prejudice.
Exactly. See, she and Wednesday and she had an argument one time in front of the fireplace. I forget which episode, but she said, but Weems said, you don't understand, I know they hate us, but my job is to make them see us as normal people so we can interact with society. So she knows in the past, outcasts were attacked and killed and burned by Joseph Crackstone, but it's her job to try to overcome that hate. So she's got a tough job.
Yeah, exactly. I would not like to have such a position, such a task. Not me. Okay, let's go further. Number 8 looks very complicated. Gerard, could you please cover it?
What job assignment did Wednesday and any draw? And why did Wednesday want to swap assignments with Enid? So Wednesday had to go to the antiquities shop when they sell weird things, dead animals. How do you call that animals, Teacher Lee?
Stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals, okay. And the other activity was the museum. How is called the museum?
Antique shop.
Enid got Pilgrim World. It's like Disney World. It's a theme park. Yeah.
And Wednesday wanted to go this museum to get the book. She thought that could find the original book, and Wednesday said to Enid that Ajax could be in the antique shop working. So she was delighted to go there, in spite of having the place was a little bit spooky. But she was happy because she had a crush on him.
Yep.
And so that's the reason she could convince Enid to change the roles.
Yeah.
Powerful reason.
It's very easy, when love is a part of the equation,
Yes.
Work
And love is in the middle.
you.
Thank you.
Oh, he's there? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can easily understand this, So.
I like Enid. She's real.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
She wears her heart on her sleeve, right? Her emotions are just overflowing.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. Sergey, could you help us? Number 9.
Describe the relationship between the sheriff and the major. As I know, major was in the past sheriff, and after nevermore. After knows the principal with sheriff, he was as a mayor because the principal paid for the his campaign. And for me, sheriff and mayor have the confrontation, but not all, not showed confrontation. This is a covert confrontation. They put some small joke each other permanently.
Punches, right?
Punches, yeah. And mayor covered something and sheriff covered something, but we don't know the whole story, their relationship.
And if I remember right, the mayor was on the position of the sheriff before, right? So
Yeah.
at some point.
He used to be the sheriff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And probably because Weems was able to control her, to control him, she probably gave him money and allowed him to be elected mayor. So he probably owes her his position as mayor.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next one is number 10. Vola, please.
Describe Wednesday sailing technique with the German tourists.
Mhm.
She was describing the product
Mhm.
in the bad way. She said that it was I don't remember that all the money you spend here will be spent for some
Bad things, yeah.
no, I don't remember.
White people.
Also she said that, and by the way, some sort of is was invented later.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so we sell your kind of authentic candy, right, or something,
Yeah.
but it was invented like a few centuries after, this pilgrims ended.
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of deceit there. Yeah.
Would you like some? No.
So
Yeah.
was she successful in selling?
No.
Not really, right? So nobody bought anything, right? So did she kind of conduct her job very well? What do you think? Nope. Okay. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting. I can find some parallels, Do you know about this, lithium battery in our phones and everywhere, So if you Google how they mine lithium, it's a disaster. So it's really disaster. They use almost slaves. They use child in, somewhere in Latin America to get this material. So if we know this, you would not like your phone anymore.
We go ahead, Gerard.
In Bolivia, I think it's Bolivia, the country.
Yeah,
Very poor
Bolivia.
country.
Yeah. And when all this, virtual signaling liberals, they went there and say, we will build solar energy with a lot of batteries. So they have to, see in the eyes of these, slaves who do all the job in Bolivia.
America, the news has reported that China has a lot of what we call sweatshops. A sweatshop is a job that makes people do unpleasant work and pays them almost nothing. And they're almost like slaves or prisoners. And they make children do this kind of work sometimes. So sometimes in America, the liberals will say, this company that makes these lithium batteries, they're using child slave labor. Boycott that company. Don't buy their batteries, So we have people try to boycott Chinese companies once in a while. But the problem is we need the batteries. So most people don't look,
Yeah, but it's something, there is kind of a movement. It's called kind of ethical compensation. I forgot the exact name, but they say, there is, if we share, if we share the profit proportionally, not like all the profit comes to, to headquarters, to American corporation, but some of this profits, if it will go to some Bolivian company, they will improve, their mining technology. It's what they say. It's their idea, So let's share, in different ways, this profit.
But usually what happens is the top guy takes most of the money and passes a little bit down, and everybody takes a little bit, and the worker gets nothing.
The top guy just buy new yacht and a few more, soldiers for own safety. That's all.
Yeah, it's sad.
Gerard, could you help us with 11? Oh, sorry, Vasans, could you help us with number 11? Vasans, do you hear? Probably something with internet, I guess.
Muted, yeah.
Layla, then you are the first on my list, number 11.
Yeah, but we also talked about it, I think. Describe
Yeah.
the relationship between the mayor and Principal Weems. You
yeah,
want me
let's-
to?
No, let's keep it. You're right. We kind of covered it, right? So
They sleep together in bed, we say.
okay, what about number 12? What is a hot cake?
Hot item. It sounds like hotcakes. I can say that Ajax and Enid are working here, and they are trying to brush the stuffed animals, which are these hot items, because people love buying these stuffed animals. They sell like hotcakes, I think. They are sold very quickly.
Yeah, very popular. Yeah.
Right.
Well, what do you think in general about such an item like a stuffed animal? Would you buy one?
I don't want only maybe teddy bears.
But it's not a real animal.
Yeah, but I
No,
would
no,
not
no,
buy
no.
a real
Yeah.
animal. Yeah, it
Really, no.
sounds
It
so.
can make me really scary. Stuffed animal. No. What about you, Iwan? Would you like to?
No, I have one such a kind of a spooky experience. Once I was as a guest in a family, and they told me, we had a dog, and this dog was a so beautiful dog. We loved him so much. Then after he died, we stuffed him and put him in our room, and it was kind of too much for me. So I think I would not do that, for my best friend.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Stuffed animal. Sergey, what about you? Would you like to have a deer, in your room? Or
No,
beer?
I don't.
Not. Okay.
We have a word taxidermy.
Mhm,
Derm means skin, your epidermis.
mhm, mhm.
So taxidermy is the skill or art of stuffing real animals after they die. So there's a name for that. So taxidermy is like the moose head on the wall or the animal head on the wall. People that do that kind of work are called taxidermists.
Wow.
Well, sometimes.
Usually, what about the smell? They get rid of the smell.
Yeah.
Yes, of the animals.
Yeah, they use chemicals to make it, soft and fresh and smell good. Yeah.
Okay. It's
They-
scary.
like a coroner embalms a body, a taxidermist prepares a dead animal to be pleasant.
Mhm.
Wow.
Well, sometimes I can understand. If let's say I'm a hunter, and I have a trophy, let's say there's something, special. Okay, I understand. I can put it like, like a symbol of my glory in my room, But people who buy just, stuffed animals, someone else trophy, I don't.
Can you think of that you have bought some mice, stuffed mice? Ow!
The traditional, if you've ever heard of a bear rug, rich people in the old days used to actually buy a bear skin, the head and the skin. It wasn't stuffed, but it was basically a real bear skin, and they would put it on the floor as a soft rug to keep their feet warm.
Yes,
So this
teacher,
is
I saw it.
This
One of
is
the
a
films.
stereotype. Rich people like bear skin rugs.
I saw also the bear's teeth. Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the to the next one. And again, Gerard, you get a complex one.
13.
Yeah. So
What does Wednesday learn as a result of breaking into the meeting room in Pilgrim Wall? I learned that the book was fake
Yes, yes.
and appears
Wow, Gerard. Very good, Gerard.
this woman appears and told her that the real wood was stolen 1 or 2 months ago. or stolen, so they don't know where the real book is.
Yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah, and it was Etsy, right? A marketplace or something.
Mm.
And actually,
Yeah.
you broke my heart saying that you don't know what Etsy is, because once, as a joke, I sent you a gift from Etsy. A few
Yeah,
years ago.
I knew that Etsy had something to do with selling things, but I didn't really know what it was.
You know,
So-
the idea of Etsy, it's kind of like Amazon, but for artists. You know, they do some kind of things, you know, creative things, and then sell them.
Okay, so
that's,
handicrafts, things people make with their hands or something.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay. So it's like
why-
like eBay, but with handicrafts. Okay.
so why the book is from Etsy, I don't understand, you know, so it's the strange part.
Yeah, that was a little strange, a book. And she didn't know what Etsy was at all. She had no clue because she doesn't care about that stuff, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Sergey, let's talk about this couple, Enid and Ajax. Number 14.
Ajax.
Ajax. Okay.
Enid likes Ajax, but Ajax was a usual teenager. He was stupid, lovely deal. He didn't understand. He understand nothing about lovely, and Enid started to send messages. Oh, you know about the places after the school. Oh, you know what people do these places? Yes, they hug and kiss. Yeah, you know. What do you want from me? Please invited me to the meeting with to the date. Date. Yeah. Okay, no problem. But for me, it looks like truly, because in my life I met a lot of messages. As I understand now. In my childhood, in my younghood, I didn't understand. And
Yeah, I like this joke, you know, if you need to say something to a man, you know, don't make tips, don't make hints,
please
don't make
tell me yes or no. Please
Yeah, say it three times, then write it somewhere and put in his pocket. Then maybe he will understand.
Yeah.
Is it right, Leo?
I never do these things. I wait the man to make the first move.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, but it was a kind of a funny part, right? So some kind of irony in this scene, in this idea.
I mean, yes, of course. It depends on your personality as well, but I like in it, you know, just come on, ask me. I love it. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, Enid wanted that Ajax have to read between
Lines.
words, between lines, but I don't want. I can't. Nobody teached me read between lines. Please tell me it all without problem. I do it. I will do it without problem. Please tell me. It's a main point
I
from
think
this
it's interesting, maybe even cultural things, you know. In some cultures, some things must be hidden, you know, something must be, you know, between lines. In other cultures, they must be direct. And, you know, when you out of your kind of usual way, you can be offensive. So it's interesting. Yeah.
I remembered something. Also, Ajax was afraid of to turn her into a stone. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he's a Gorgon, right?
He's a Gorgon like Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
So the Gorgons are taught not to become friends with people because they may accidentally turn them into stone, and that would be bad for their reputation.
Okay.
And she said, I don't mind.
Yeah. She said it was temporary. So apparently these Gorgons, when they turn you to stone, it's only temporary. So she said,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's only temporary. You can turn me to stone.
Yes?
In this episode, we find out that the thing turns into a stone are the hair. So what's the reason that they just cover always his hair?
Mhm.
And what happens after with the mirror and when he comes out of the shower? Because
Yeah.
the hair is not all his face, but his hair.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's the snakes. Yeah, the snakes
Mm.
do it
Mhm.
in this show. Yeah. But
John, I know you usually go after 1 hour, so could you please cover number 15?
No, I have today. I have free.
Okay, great.
15. Describe when the trip to the ruins of the original meeting room in the woods.
Hmm.
The ruins of the original meeting room.
Trip to the ruins, right?
Ruins.
remember the old man hanging out at the ruins?
Okay. Like, do you mean the vision?
Yeah.
After that,
Remember, there's an
yeah.
old man, a bum, a hobo hanging around the ruins, and he tells
Yeah,
you, "Go
with a
away.
camera.
This is my home."
With a photo camera, yes. And
Yeah.
she scared him, and then she started to look for evidence, but eventually she touched something, and I think it was the door, and had a vision of something happening in the past, 400 years ago. And she saw that the pilgrim, this guy was very bad guy, Mrs. How's the name of this guy?
I forgot.
The pilgrim?
Brock something. Let me find.
Which pilgrim?
They know the
The main one. Crack.
Oh,
Stone.
Crackstone.
Crackstone. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
put his name there because he's dead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we learned that her vision somehow related to touching the objects, right? So when usually it happens when she touched the object, she had some visions, right?
Yeah, but she said I cannot control them, so I don't know when it's going to happen.
Mhm.
And Thing was encouraging her to touch things, but she didn't expect. She didn't expect anything, But eventually it happened,
Yeah.
and we saw a girl like Wednesday, but a blonde girl,
Mhm.
and also called Adams. So she was a relative of hers, of her, yes.
Mhm, mhm. So in general, I think we covered a few questions here. So in general, so she had a vision, right? She had a vision about old history of this crackstone and pilgrims and their, what's the word for this? I don't know. They court against witches, right? So they
yeah,
burned. Is it a
Burned,
barn? Burned
burned.
a lot
Barn,
of people here.
Yeah.
But we didn't explain what happened. It's important, The outcasts at this time were gathered inside a barn, tied with chains,
Yeah.
except Wednesday, and burned alive. So that's very cruel. And Wednesday was the one able to escape. So we can know this girl. What's her name? This
Goody.
Adams, Goody
Goody.
Adams. Goody escaped. So that's the reason that Wednesday is existing now, because she escaped and had a family. But all the other outcasts died in this, in this burning of the barn.
But do you think in this barn were only outcasts, or it was
Yeah. I
witch
think the
farm?
outcasts were inside, all of them. That's a little oxymoronic now that Nevermore is in this place. No, it should be the last place to be.
Exactly. So Wednesday said, "Principal Weems, have you forgotten what happened a long time ago?" She said, "No, but I'm trying to change that.
Right.
I'm trying to make them like us instead of hate us." Yeah.
Yeah. It's like imagine the Jews making a city next to a concentration camp on
Yeah.
Second World.
Trying to be friends with the Germans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not logic.
With the Nazis, rather. Yeah.
Okay, what
So
do you think about this crackstone, Gerard? Is it he's doing a good thing or a bad thing?
He looks very bad guy, with no tolerance.
yeah, intolerant.
Yeah, but
Remember
his village, right? He saved his village from all these werewolves and all these outcasts.
But Goody said that she was living, and she and her and those outcasts were living there before him came to this country, in harmony with nature and everything.
Yeah, it looks like Avatar, right?
Hmm.
I like the narration where in the vision, Wednesday and the girl are next to each other, and Crackstone comes up to him and says, you know, I forget his words, but you know, like, I'm gonna get you or something. And then Wednesday later narrated, I thought I wasn't afraid of anything, but when I saw the eyes of Joseph Crackstone looking at me, I was scared.
Yeah.
Hate. Oh, I thought that was cute.
Yeah, so terrible story, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's a history of humankind, right?
Yeah,
From time to time.
Yeah, we don't know why these people were burned. Were they, you know, witches, or were they, you know, werewolves and vampires? We don't know why they were singled out, what their sin was, but they were all treated very cruelly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, anyway, even if they are vampires or something, you know, so you probably should not burn them alive, right? You probably can find another another way, you know.
Yeah, another solution. But the fact that they were chained and helpless tells me they were probably ordinary people.
Yeah.
They didn't fight back, right? Yeah.
If you, Leila, do you know about this witch hunting things, you know, in medieval Europe?
Yes, yes. I watched a lot of films about it.
Yeah. So how many women, you know, were killed for nothing, you know, because of stupid ideas and, you know, all these religion things? So hard to imagine, really.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is that I read some books at university, and it happened in America as well, right, teacher Lee?
Yep, it happened in America.
Ooh.
Salem, Massachusetts is particularly famous
We
for
read a book, The Scarlet Letter.
for burning
Wow.
witches. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, terrible. But it happened in America. Pilgrims were considered very narrow-minded.
I believe so. Okay,
The
let's go.
Inquisition, the Spanish Inquisition, that was about witches too, right, Gerard?
Yes, the same, exactly the same.
Spanish
Witches and
Inquisition.
heretics, how we call it, heretics?
Heretics, yep.
Who think
Yeah.
different, you know. This guy, Galileo, about the planets, you know, as astrophysicist, he was a victim of Inquisition as well.
No, Galileo, no, I don't think. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Socrates.
Yeah.
I think about Galileo, but you should probably check me. You know.
I think it's another one, but I don't remember the name. That
Socrates is the philosopher, right?
So I think it was Socrates. He had to drink poison. Hemlock. Yeah.
Hemlock.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because he was teaching against the church's beliefs. How dare you embrace science? You know, that's heresy.
But you know, nothing changed, really. Nothing changed. So now we just call this different names. So now we call this, you know, not a church, but, you know, some liberal values or something. But try to say something against, you know. You will find, you know, your hemlock in your drink.
And we use the term witch hunt today. When they go after Trump, he's doing this illegal. This is illegal. This is everything Trump does is illegal. We're going to find something to put him in prison. And they start looking at things to put him in prison for. We call that a witch hunt.
Yeah.
We say you're on a witch hunt. They're assuming the person's evil and then trying to prove it with no evidence. Yeah. Trying to burn him at the stake with no evidence. Yeah.
Okay, Leila, can you answer 19, please?
What I'm thinking is that Wednesday, Taylor, and Xavier, now they are thinking that Rowan was killed.
Okay, so they share a secret, right?
Yeah, I think so. Xavier Thorpe gave some information about Rowan before he disappeared, I say.
Mhm.
And what about Tyler? What did they talk? I'm thinking. Taylor wanted to help, right? What
Okay.
else it was? I don't remember that much.
I can't answer either. So probably
Which one are we doing? 19?
19
19, yes.
totally.
What they have
yeah.
in common is they all believe now that that Rowan was killed.
Yeah, I said that, but
Yeah. That's
what
what they have
is-
in common. They all believe that the Rowan they saw is not the real one.
Teacher,
Okay.
do you remember the Taylor's part? What did he say about it? I just don't remember.
He just said he believes Wednesday.
Okay.
Everyone says you're crazy, but I believe you. I believe you when you say he was murdered. So
Okay.
this new guy must be an imposter.
Okay.
Okay, we are close to the end of the episode, so let's try to answer this. Vova, number 20, please.
20. Why is Xavier that is famous?
Mhm.
Um,
Why is?
uh, I think he was like Wednesday. He had visions,
Mhm.
and he can predict future, or maybe I don't know, past.
Mhm.
See the future. Yeah. Sergey, please.
As I understand, Xavier is not usual name for USA. It looks like a Canadian name because it's a French road from Quebec, maybe from the French. Xavier. It's not a English name. It's a French name.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
It sounds good, Teacher Lee.
Okay. Sergey, what does it mean? Is it so? It makes your think.
I think that's Xavier is from Canada.
Okay.
From Canada.
Okay.
From a French part of Canada, Quebec, etc.
Yeah, French.
Montreal.
Yeah. You'll hear some Americans pronounce it Xavier
Mhm.
because they don't know that X at the beginning of a word is a Z sound.
Mhm,
So
Okay.
you'll hear Xavier, but it's really Xavier. Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, let's go further. So 21. Sergey, could you help us unfolding plot?
Unfold.
State dedications. What plot?
The major wanted to open the station of Craigstone pilgrims, and he opens this fountain, and they together with principal told a lot of official words. But the thing start to fight the big fort of or I don't know, it's something fire, and the fountain started to fire because earlier
Sergey, sorry, I just remember teacher Lee told us it's a fuse, right? This wire that you fire up, it's a fuse.
Yeah, but what this is what we call a gunpowder trail.
Gunpowder. So it was just a trail, just a track of powder, yes?
Yeah, you've seen that in the movies where they take a little barrel and they pour gunpowder along there and then they light it and it like a gasoline trail.
Since my childhood, I want to make this gunpowder trail, but have never chance to do this. Never had a chance. Sergey, sorry for interruption. I just wanted to clarify this term.
Yeah, and before the meeting, the thing put some gasoline inside the fountain. That's why the fountain fired and blast and station flame, but melted, and the station started to showed ugly. And for me, it looked like not real. Why? Because nobody started to make a video. A lot of people started to gun, but I'm sure I pay some money for see this fire working real. I started to make a video. I shared my video. Absolutely. Nobody made video, but it's for me.
That's
Nice.
cute. You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Vasant, are you with us? Can you please cover something? Probably not. Okay, we have a lot of questions still, but let's make them short, right? Let's make just try to keep this short. Gerard, could you please help us about Ms. Thornhill?
Ms. Thornhill. Yep. Good.
Miss Thornhill. Miss Thornhill was the normie teacher.
Dormitory mom.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's the one that she's only normie.
Yeah.
Okay,
she's yeah.
she goes in front of the statue of Edgar Allan Poe and snaps twice to go to the library for some secret reason.
Yeah. So she knows the secret of this
Yes.
secret.
So
club.
I think at the end we find these people doing weird things to make us guess who is the murderer.
Yeah.
We can suspect that one of them is the murderer, the monster.
So what we learned about Tyler? You remember?
Tyler, what guy is Tyler? And the son of the sheriff?
Sheriff's son, the normal
Yes.
guy.
The ones that is in the top,
Yeah.
and dives. How do you call that? Put in the water himself, dives,
Submerged himself
submerges,
underwater. Yeah.
and started screaming something like screaming. I don't know, but I don't know mentally.
Well, I mean, he screamed underwater. What we
Ah.
call a primal scream.
Hmm.
A primal scream is like
Hmm.
we just let all our emotion out, all our stress out.
Mhm.
Hate the liberals.
It
He
was
screamed
really
underwater.
weird. It was
Yeah.
really weird. Sergey, have you ever seen a man, screaming underwater?
Well, he did it so nobody would hear, right?
Hmm.
So he's
Mhm.
under some kind of great stress.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
he had to release the stress quietly, so he did it underwater.
Okay, Sergey, can you cover some of these last questions? So Xavier, Principal Weems, Dr. Winbot, any one of them?
To be honest, I don't remember.
Okay. Leila, can you?
Which one you were talking about?
You can choose. We have 3 more. Xavier, Principal Weems, Dr. Winbot.
I think Xavier, I said
Yeah.
Thor. He said, I believe you. That's the surprising behavior, maybe, right?
Yeah, teacher Lee shows the hint.
I'm
He
gonna
had some
look.
kind.
Just a second. Oh, yeah. I didn't understand that. Why deep scratches? I didn't understand that.
That's the mystery. He
Sounds-
exited the building and locked it up, and he had 3 deep scratches on his neck.
Right,
So
right.
what beast is inside that building?
And what about Torp? Tyler, I'm sorry. What about Tyler? Surprising behavior.
We just call it.
Yeah.
He screamed underwater in the bathtub.
Okay. That's
So
it.
he's
I
under
remember.
some kind of tremendous stress.
Okay.
He's
Teacher Lee.
What about
extremely
Principal?
A lot of bubbles I can see. So it is only because of tremendous stress.
right. He's screaming. He wants to go,
Okay.
but he can't do that out loud because he doesn't want to embarrass himself. So he has to go underwater so he can scream at the top of his lungs.
You know what I thought? I said, oh my God, I thought he is normal.
You've never been so frustrated with life that you just wanted to scream real loud. You've got a pretty nice life then.
No, teacher Ray, I thought about it. I usually break the plates or, just,
Yeah, that
tear
works too.
something. Tear something.
Yeah, women like to
And-
throw dishes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Momo, please tell us about Principal Weems. What do we learn about her?
When she was reading the, I don't know,
Book? School?
school book
Mhm.
of her of her
Something?
no of her
Her school?
her school book.
Okay.
She
Found a picture. Found a picture
she burned a page with mortician.
with Morticia. Yeah. She did not
Yes.
like Morticia.
Yep.
Okay.
Tore out a page and burned it, and it had Morticia's picture on it, and she smiled. So she apparently hates Morticia, but we don't know why yet.
We don't know why.
Gerard, do you know what about Winbot or Ajax or Ajax? What we learn about them?
Surprised me here that Wimbot. I don't remember who is Wimbot.
She's a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
No.
Sergey, do you remember?
Ah,
Yes, I
yes,
remember
with the
the
stuffed
moment.
animals.
She's
Yeah,
the
with the-
one that makes the roadkill animals.
Yes,
She's the taxidermist. Okay.
yeah. It's curious that a shrink does that. It's like we could surmise that she has some mental problem. It's very creepy.
so everyone's got a secret, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Sergey, what about Ajax? What happened to him?
I remember the moment with Ajax when he go to the bathroom. He covered the mirror because Gargon can't to see their mirror view, and suddenly the towel threw down, and Gargon Ajax opened the
Curtain.
curtain, and
Shower curtain,
he
yeah.
frost. And after that, her girlfriend was very, very emotional. He damaged the school bus. He hate Ajax. Why did you? Why he do?
We call it stood her up.
Yeah.
Stood her
Okay.
up. He didn't show up, so she was very angry.
Yeah.
And in real life, when a woman's angry, she'll take a car key and she'll scratch the side of the guy's car.
Yeah.
We call that key in his car. So she used her werewolf claws to damage the bus.
Okay. So we covered 29 as well, right? About tennis. And the
Now,
last one.
let me ask you about Ajax. Does this make sense that a Gorgon, instead of
No.
covering the mirror every time you walk in the bathroom, it's right in front of the sink? That mirror should have been taken down. I would have smashed the mirror. To leave that mirror there, you have to walk from the side and cover it every single time you go into the bathroom. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an easier solution.
Please.
You put your, look on the other side and cover your head first and then go out. It's much easier,
Yeah, but we it's in the mythology, right? We have a sword that hanging on your head, right? So
Yeah.
Damocles sword. or
Damocles.
something.
The sword of Damocles. Yeah.
Sort of Damocles. Yeah. So if I were a Gorgon, probably they like to risk their lives, so they cannot live different,
We call it
Okay.
living dangerously. They like to live dangerously.
Okay, so again, and the last one. So, what about the sheriff's state of mind at the end?
I don't remember the
Yeah, Gerard, do you know? Do you know?
The
Numbers.
sheriff?
So, what sheriff was thinking at the end?
He was in a dark room.
Don't remember.
He was
Teacher,
in a
probably it's a
dark
question
room.
for you.
Yeah.
I don't remember either. Boba, do you remember sheriff? No, we all missed this. Teacher.
Leila
Remember-
isn't here.
Layla.
Remember when the old man in the woods was attacked by the monster and killed? Remember? He had a camera.
Okay. I remember now. I remember.
The camera fell and was taking pictures. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
So at the end, the sheriff is in a dark room and the film is being developed. Oh, this is old days, right? And the picture that starts developing, he sees this picture and he goes, it's the face of a monster. So his
sharp
theory is
teeth.
correct. His
Yes.
theory is true. There is a literal monster killing people in the woods.
I
Well, he
saw
was
the
like
sharp
kinda
teeth,
grim.
Right.
Lola?
I don't know. Is it? Does it depend on Wednesday and this man? But I think that maybe in all this time the technologies are very old. Like you need to put this photo to water.
Yeah, it's two chemicals here to
Yeah.
draw the picture, right? Is it drawing the picture? Usually, how we call it?
We call it developing the film.
Developing the film.
And
And you-
also Wednesday have this machine. I don't know.
Yeah, printing device.
And the film is sensitive to light.
Yeah,
So if you expose it to light, the picture comes out all white.
Yeah.
So when you develop it, there's a special room called a dark room, and it uses infrared light or
Yeah.
red light. And the red light won't expose or ruin the film.
yeah. Usually, I spend hours in a red light room, but I guess not everyone, not everyone will remember this. Sergey, I'm sure that you did this as well, right? Developing the films, from the old camera in the red light room.
You've
Is
done
your
that before, Ivan? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've never done that.
No. Okay, you are
Now-
more technology advanced.
On my submarine, if we're going to go to periscope depth at nighttime, if we're going to go up and look out the periscope at nighttime, we can't have, our white light.
Yeah.
So on a submarine, when we're at nighttime, we have red lights in the control room.
Yeah, I remember this from the movies. Yeah.
Yeah, we have red lights, and that doesn't damage our night vision. So when we go up and look at nighttime, we can see.
Yeah.
So we say rig for red.
But I remember that there were numerous reasons to have this red light, and another one, that red light is kind of long waves, and it does not go like for the long distance red line, so you cannot be detected in your submarine from the long distance. So something like this.
I hadn't heard that before. Okay.
Okay, maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. Okay, so we almost run out of time, but I think we can make one picture or something. I mean, one by person. Leila, which one do you like? This one?
The first one, please.
Please.
Talking about Xavier, and I think he is cute. And Wednesday is holding a book. One of the pages was torn before, but she put it just between the pages and telling Xavier, look, and about the book. And Xavier was listening. They're talking about Rowan as well. I like the striped jacket that he is wearing.
Mhm. Well, yes, the uniform is pretty nice for both of them. And as Cecilia mentioned before, Wednesday has a special unique color of the uniform.
Yeah, black.
Yeah, why? You know, why? I guess she's allergic to color, so they had a special one made for her.
It's funny when you say allergic.
Allergic to color, yeah.
Gerard, would you like to describe this one?
Yes, we can see Wednesday going into this city. I don't know.
Pilgrims. Yeah.
Pilgrim's
Pilgrim
Wall.
World.
Pilgrim Wall. Yes. So we can see houses made like in the old times. So we can surmise that in these places snow in the winter because the roofs, you know,
Mhm.
they when they have these roofs like a triangle, it's because the snow can fall down.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
So,
Sergey, does
and-
it look like a typical Russian village?
Fortunately not.
Too much, too colorful, right, for Russian village. Overly. But yeah, but the fence is very typical. So we have fences like this.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah.
So
Walled city, yeah.
In Russia, we like fences so much.
we are
We are
country of
professional in
fences.
fences.
Yeah, and you know, somehow, I don't know why, but the Russian fence must be ugly. You know, it must be like this. It must made of, you know, of old wood with, you know, with no color, and you know, it must be tall. So I have no idea why.
We have that today. People put up these ugly wooden fences and they don't paint it. So it's just like gray wood and it looks ugly to me, but we have a lot of this in America. But this Pilgrim World is a reenactment of an ancient pilgrim village, and the people inside dress like pilgrims, talk like pilgrims, act like pilgrims. It's a tourist attraction like Disney World or Sea World in Orlando, Florida. Yeah. So they call this one Pilgrim World.
Literally, the people outside the fence are the tourists, right?
Tourists, yeah. So you pay money to go see this tourist attraction.
There is the ticket place, right? They can buy tickets.
Yeah, you got to pay to go in, and then inside you pay to, you know, buy things, souvenirs, little stuffed animal souvenirs.
Okay.
Fudge.
Yeah, well, what about this one? Let's start from the uniform.
It is very strange hat, just like a napkin.
Like a napkin, exactly. Probably it is. I don't know.
That's what they used to
Oh,
wear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pilgrim
Black and
clothes.
white. Wednesday is showing this candy.
Fudge or candy, yeah.
There's a lot of candy.
Do you see the sticks, or how we call it? Pick,
Those are toothpicks.
toothpicks. Yeah. Why are they there?
To eat it more convenient.
Yeah, you can pick one, you know, without fork, right? So you can pick one, you know, with with contaminating it. I don't know how to.
Yeah, these are taste samplers. It's a little piece with the toothpick. So you pick up the toothpick and you taste it. I like that. I'm going to go buy some. So these are little taste samples. We even have these in our grocery stores sometimes.
Yep.
I will buy all.
Anything else in the picture? Samplers, right? Samplers. You know, Ticheli, do you know this famous gun from Russia, Kalashnikov? Have you heard of this?
The AK-47? Oh, yeah. Everyone knows the AK-47.
Yeah. But have you heard it like Kalash? Have you heard this name? Or just
Kalashnikov,
AK?
yeah.
Kalashnikov,
Yeah.
Yeah, this box that Wednesday has in her hand for samplers, it's a Kalash. It's a Kalash. So it's from here.
That box, you mean, has a name?
Yeah. So in the
Special
old
name like
time, all the sellers, they have these boxes, you know, with a strap on this hand. And it's Sergey?
Oh,
I
okay.
thought, I think that Ivan wanted to send the test of Kalashnikov automat. The samples, small samples. What?
Yeah, but the word is the same, right? So this guy who invented this gun, he was probably from the family of
Kalashnikov.
sellers. Yeah, from the family of sellers. So it's the same word.
That's cute. Yeah, I don't know a name for that. So
Yeah. So we have this one because in the old time, all the sellers, they were like not in the shops, they were strolling on the
Right.
streets with
Yep.
these boxes.
like in a stadium, they use those to sell hot dogs.
Yeah.
Hot dogs, get your hot dog. Yeah.
And
Mr.
still,
Lee, we said a serving box. Can we say a serving tray?
Yeah, serving tray, serving box. Yeah.
Okay.
and still, in the Moscow, let's say around the Kremlin, we have many streets, and all of them called like this is Fish Street, this is Bakery Street, this is something else, because all these people who went there, they sell exact products, so fish, or berries, or mushrooms, or
Really?
Yeah, no, we don't have that in America, but I've seen that in China and Taiwan. Yeah.
Funny.
A whole
Ivan.
street just specializes in one thing.
You must be confused in Antalya.
No, in
Yes.
Natalia, it's pretty different. Okay, let's. Sergey, would you like to describe this one?
Yeah, it's a group of fake pilgrims who wanted to kill her friend. And we in the center of this photo we can see the device as a guillotine, French word.
Yeah, but still, it's not a guillotine. It's not a guillotine.
But it's a part of guillotine. And
No, it's just to hold you. Just to hold you.
okay. The
Yeah,
guillotine.
this one's different. Yeah.
The guillotine includes some parts, in my opinion. These
Well.
parts is the first place of guillotine. But on the other hand, we can use this device for torture, for
Torture.
something.
For
For
torture,
cut your hand, cut your nose. I don't know.
Wow.
What do you want? Please, we have this
Yeah.
type of device, and the
Yeah, that's-
guillotine
Yeah.
include some two bulks and
Yeah,
the cut for
Yeah.
the.
Sergey, is it like guillotine?
Yeah, kind of.
But that's not what this is, though. That's not what this is.
It's it's to hold people in the public place. As a punishment. So they put.
Shame.
It's a humiliation device.
Oh,
Sometimes it's not only for humiliation. Sometimes they allow people, to beat you or to stone you, like in
Throw
advance.
tomatoes
Throw
at you.
you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Throw tomatoes or eggs at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And you have the third way. If you stay behind this person, you can beat him, his ass, his back. We have a lot of special offers for you if you want.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sergey.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So the last one, right? Creepy, spooky guy, who is clearing the village from all these witches, right? Yeah, looks good. But the flame very, I don't know, very vivid, right? Okay, let's call it a day. It was a nice episode, I guess, and we have how many? 4 more to go, I guess. 4 or 5. Something like
It's
this.
eight total, so you got 5 more.
5 more to go.
Actually, at the end of this series, are we going to learn the truth?
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
the 8 episodes is a complete story.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a second season. So there's going to be another season that will tell another story.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.